how are you? I have a wonderful recipe for you today, perfect for lunch or dinner. If you have a zucchini, you're going to love this. You won't believe how it turns into a complete meal. Delicious, low in carbs, and low in calories. If you're on a diet to lose weight, if you want to control your blood sugar, if you want a healthier life, you're going to love this recipe. Stay until the end. You won't want to miss this. Before we start, I want to ask you, where do you live? What city are you from? Do you usually eat zucchini in your daily meals? What's your favorite dish with zucchini? Write it for me down below in the comments and take a look down here too, because in the description, you'll always find the ingredients with the quantities and nutritional information. I've got the zucchini here, I just took off the top. I'm going to grate the bottom part of it here using the coarse grater. Remember that zucchini has very few calories, very little carbohydrate, and you shouldn't peel it. A lot of the vitamins and minerals are in the skin, as well as the fiber, right? So we don't peel the vegetables. Whenever possible, we really keep the skin. Zucchini adds a lot of volume. It has a high water content, which we're going to try to remove a little bit. And since it has a lot of fiber, it makes you feel very full. You're going to love this recipe. I'll finish grating here and be right back. Now that I've grated it, I'm going to add a bit of salt here because I want this salt to come into contact with the already grated zucchini because it will help drain the excess liquid from the zucchini. You don't need to throw away the liquid that comes out. You can use it to cook some other vegetable, rice, whatever you want. So I'm going to leave this here for a little while, but I'm going to do the following. I have here a container with a strainer. I'm going to put the zucchini here because it's going to start releasing liquid. And the liquid will drip down here underneath. I'm going to leave it for about 5 or 10 minutes and then I'll come back to show you how much liquid came out because the amount is impressive. And this makes a big difference when we later add the other ingredients to get the right consistency for the recipe. You'll understand better in a moment. So let's leave it here for a bit and soon I'll come back so you can see how much liquid came out and then we'll continue. Look at how much water came out. I also pressed it afterwards to drain as much as possible. And now I'm just going to put the zucchini here. As I told you, you can use this water later. Now for the zucchini, I'm going to add the eggs. Remember, they provide protein, healthy fat from the yolk, and choline. Eggs are one of the few dietary sources of vitamin D that we have, so it's an excellent addition to your daily routine besides being economical, right? This way we make the meal complete already with protein and vegetables. So it's very interesting and very practical. To give it some texture, I'm going to add oat bran, which I blended in the blender to turn it into oat bran flour. If you want to use oat flour, that works too. If you want to use chickpea flour or if you want to use coconut flour and flaxseed to keep it lower in carbohydrates, just like oat bran does, it's a good option. That's why we remove the liquid beforehand. Because with just a little bit of flour, we can already get this nice texture and it lets us assemble everything in a really great way. Well, so I have the batter here and here I have a baking dish that I greased with a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to put a bit of the batter on the bottom and then add a filling. This filling is completely up to your taste and optional. You can add whatever you like. I'm going to add a bit of tomato here. I removed some of the seeds. In fact, I took them all out because I don't want it to get too watery since zucchini already has a lot of water. Tomato has very little carbohydrate, lots of fiber, beta-carotene, and it gives a wonderful flavor to recipes, so I just love using it. And then you can add whatever vegetable you like. I'm going to add the tomato here. I'm also going to add a bit of green onion. This is going to be wonderful. Remember, if you like parsley, cilantro, oregano, you can add whatever you want. In fact, if you want to add mustard, paprika, you can add whatever you find most interesting. I'm going to add a bit of mozzarella cheese here. I have it here in slices and then I'm going to cut it like this to cover the pieces and make a sort of Lego here, like a puzzle. Here it is. And then it will all be more or less covered with cheese. And then we add more of our batter on top and take it to the air fryer. Of course, it also works if you use a conventional oven or even if you use the microwave. Tell me where you prefer to make it. I'm going to use the air fryer and I'll be back soon to let you know what temperature I used, how long it took. Now, lastly, I'm going to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese to give it that nice gratin finish we like. Look how beautiful it is. 360 degrees, 12 minutes. Just look at that. Look how crispy it is on top. I'm going to take a piece here so you can see it better. Make this at home. You're going to love it for sure. Let me loosen it here so you can see how beautiful it turns out. There's even a bit of cheese here already. Look at this. Make this at home. You're going to love it for sure. I'm going to get my plate. The smell is absolutely wonderful. Let me show you the inside here. I'm going to take another piece. This one is going to be my lunch. And you, what are you having for lunch today? Tell me. And if you haven't made anything yet, but you have these ingredients at home, go ahead and make it too. Look at this. Look at this savory pie, how wonderful it is. Make it and tell me what filling you're going to use. I would love to see your comment. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but I have a playlist of low-carb, delicious, healthy recipes like this. This video will be added there. Take a look. There are other really cool ideas too. Also, don't forget to like the video because that really helps me here on the channel. And if you know someone who needs ideas like this and would enjoy it, share it. Let's grow this chain of kindness together because that's what I want here with the channel. I can't wait to try this. The smell is amazing. How wonderful! I'm speechless. The texture is incredible. Crunchy on the outside thanks to that cheesy crust and creamy on the inside. It's absolutely amazing and full of flavor. You have to make it at home. See you next time. Bye.